Happy New Year! Woo!
That probably looks so terrible. What's up, everybody? Happy 2026. Thank you.
Episode of the
First
year.
episode of the year. I am still Nikki Trends.
I'm Manny Oso.
And you are listening to Bubble Bath Stories.
And we're here until our next break.
Basically. We have to get into it because this is a lot to unpack. You got it? I have confetti all over myself. We are talking Stranger Things. So before we even jump into it, if you have not seen the last episode or the last season, I don't know what to tell you.
It literally came out last year.
Oh, I thought it came out on the 1st.
No, it came out at 8 p.m. on the 31st of December.
Oh, so yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Like, we watched it. We got to talk about it. We even put a poll up. And the people wanted it. Yeah. So we're going to jump into it. It's a lot to talk about. First and what should we do first? Do you want to do the theories or should we just get into the criticism?
Well, I mean, what did you want to do first?
I don't know, George. What did you want to do? All right. Let's like break it down. Let's build a little something here. All right. Let's get into it. All right. First season, first time you're seeing Stranger Things, what was your first thought? On
the first season, it was such an interesting, to me, different show for what was coming out at the time.
Yeah.
It really capitalized on the nostalgia.
Yes.
That a lot of people were feeling.
Yes.
I kind of feel like that show was like the baby of all the nostalgia that was kind of warping around people because it came out at just the right time.
Yes.
And so I liked it. I loved the first season. I thought it was really fresh and something that you can actually watch with the whole family. I've been telling people that this is a show you can literally watch with the whole family. What about you? What was your first impression when the show first came out?
You know me, I love a ragtag group dynamic situation. Yeah. So I was already in. They were like, 4 friends find an alien. I guess that was what we were supposed to think she was, like some kind of alien.
They kept it very open of what we were supposed to think she was.
4 kids find another kid who's never had friends, and now they're like a ragtag that tries to save the world. I was like, oh, I'm a sucker for those. So I was already into it. The 80s stuff I thought was really cool because you're actually watching humans who have no reference at all to what they're acting to.
Yes, because these kids were, 12, 13 when they started?
I think so. If that, maybe younger, I'm not sure. But you know what I'm saying? They had no reference to what an answering machine was.
Yeah, which means they were born literally when the internet was existing.
Yes, so they don't know a life before internet, and that is interesting to watch because I think they did so good. When they did the flashbacks, so when they were little tiny babies, I was like, my boys, my boys.
They gave Will that same haircut his entire life.
All right. That was nice.
Season 5.
What are your first thoughts?
Well, let's talk about season 5 then. So when we get into season 5, we're 2 years into the future after Vecna broke open the planet. Right? 2 years in, military has come and brought everything up. Brought up a whole base. So they're infiltrating a little by little every day, trying to get information. These children are infiltrating military bases, right? They're doing this the whole time. And so that really got to me at the end because I'm like,
what was your first thought? What is your first thought? Because I'll tell you my first thought. Mm-hmm. This shit again. I was like, just fuck. The minute I heard it was 3 parts, I was instantly annoyed. I was like, I'm not like, oh man, fuck. The only reason I started watching is because our friend bullied us into
Our
watching
friend did
it.
bully us.
Our friend
We hate
bullied-
watch the show.
Yeah. But like, also I was just mad at the situation. But like instantly I was annoyed
At the way they broke up the episode.
Yeah, and then
release?
when we started watching, my initial thought was like, I can't get into this, thinking that these fucking kids are supposed to be playing like children, and they're
Yeah.
all like, they look very much like adults. Nothing about
yeah.
them looks so it
Like no one's IDing Mike at the club.
Yes, like it just kind of took me out of it. So that was kind of like my first response, and then eventually, because you made me rewatch it so many freaking times, that I got over myself, and then I could be more invested in the story.
Okay, what was your thought of that series finale overall? Like, because it was released literally like a movie.
Like the first episode, the last episode?
The last episode. Like, if you had to give it a thumbs up, thumbs down.
I give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up?
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm going to get attacked online.
Yeah. It was a good episode, but obviously it left a lot open as far as like plot holes that people are dissecting. And that's where it just takes the fun away from the episode when people start dissecting it. Obviously, I've done that too, where I'll be like, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. But one person did bring up that they left it open for people to do that, the dissecting, because they took so long to release this.
Yeah.
If you had released it a year after the last season, people probably wouldn't have been so critical of it.
Yeah,
That's
true.
The more you let it fester, the more people are going to be like, but wait a second.
Can I tell you the theory I heard? That they... one theory I heard is that they stole the scripts.
What?
That they stole the idea, basically.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so many like plot holes. Like they kind of just rushed it. That's one theory I heard.
That they stole them from another creator?
Yeah, like they stole it. That was
Wow.
one rumor I heard. And then there's another rumor I heard. Wait, I think I used the quotes wrong. It is a rumor. I don't know if it's true. Allegedly. That was something I saw online. Don't come after me, please. Don't sue me. And then the other thing was like they just wanted to get it the fuck over with. Like they were running out of time, and it was just like, that's why people feel like there's so many like you were saying, like plot holes and things like that.
The amount of the amount of possible content and ways they could have gone with the characters that people are complaining about, the development part of these characters. They really did. They created a world that could be so much more than they wrote into it. Because, like, Vecna, I agree. He was completely depowered by the last season.
Yeah.
Last episode, I mean. Like, he was not as threatening as he was when he first came out and killed Chrissy.
Right, because, he got beheaded, so that...
No, but, like, they gave him that extra, like, stretch your arm power, but... So a lot of people are saying that it was too easy, that they wrote it too easy for these guys to beat this giant Godzilla monster.
It took 10 years.
Yeah, but it's like they made it unbelievably depowered in the situation. Like if they were in this badass's home, where were all the monsters? So then they wanted to say on an interview, oh well, Vecna didn't think that they were going to surprise him, so there was no monsters there. Like there were no extra Demogorgons to CGI into there.
Yeah. Can I just say though? Can we just like go back to it? Let's go back to like just watching it to watch it though.
Yeah.
Like, is that hard? I'm watching it just to watch it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not gonna fight people on theories.
Yeah.
I think all of them are interesting, but like I do hate when people overanalyze something and then it's just like takes the fun out of it, and then it's just like no, like who just accept it for what it is. This is the story.
Do you think any part of them wrote it and created it in a way to be analyzed though? Like you don't think they
Sometimes they say that's like that's a writer's lazy way, like a filmmaker's lazy way of like finishing a movie.
Yeah.
When you leave it open to interpretation like that. And also it leads people to believe there's going to be a sequel or of some sort. So it's very like...
I'll tell you one thing that annoys me with TV shows right now. And I feel like they did this on the show where they leave it open for the sake of actually hoping, hey, let's try to get another show going based on this. But they put that in the end so that we are supposed to be like, so like the example that got me was, okay, so Hopper is headed to Montauk to be the chief over there.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna hire him.
You know what was so funny when he was like, oh, I want to take you to a place where there's seagulls and waves. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to California. And when he said Montauk, I was like,
Montauk.
You're just taking to an even colder place than Indiana. Like, what are you smoking?
Yeah, but that got me because I'm like, okay, so the Montauk Project, that's where the original story of this is all based on.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna go. That's opening you up right there. Plus, then right after that, they say that Steve is moving to Long Island as well.
Is he?
No, to Queens. He said, "Oh yeah, there's a house in Forest Hills."
I think he was talking about Hawkins.
No, I think he was talking about Long Island, like moving to Queens. And I was just like, so everybody's moving because Jonathan goes to NYU.
Wait, the joke was that he was never going to leave that place.
No.
That he wanted to be a dad.
I saw it as that Mike was actually the only one who stayed. Mike's ass stayed alone. Everybody else moved on. You notice that?
I just felt like he was home from school writing.
No, I think he's the only one who never left Hawkins.
Interesting.
That's why they put him with the glasses.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought that was like a dorm.
No, he was in his room.
Okay, let's not get hung up on this. We'll just rewatch it. Speaking of development, from season 1 to season 5.
Yeah. Best
character development and worst character development.
Best character development, in my opinion, I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say Steve. Because Steve really did come into his own.
Yes.
And I actually like the ending they gave him. I like that they didn't kill him. But at the same time, part of me, because of the fact that like I did want something huge for the character, I'm going to get killed for this. There was a little part of me that kind of was hoping he died so that we could feel that.
Oh my God.
Like, because I was like, you guys are going somewhere with this, right?
You psycho.
Like, a little part of me was like, damn, because if he dies, like, and they write it a good way, the entire world's going to cry. I'm going to cry just thinking about it.
Who's the other one?
The other one I also really liked is Lucas.
Yes.
I like how, especially knowing
my
now.
Boys.
Yeah, my boy. Especially now knowing, after like researching the show and everything for this, how his D&D character is a ranger.
Yeah.
And a ranger is supposed to be someone who they from afar they do their attacks and they're survivalists and everything. And I was like, damn, that does make so much sense as far as the way his character is. Like the whole time he's telling everybody, y'all need to back up and wait for a second before you do anything.
Well, because he was raised with common sense.
And then the way he would talk to Erica, it would be like, my plan's a little bit better, a little bolder, a little bit smarter. It made more sense, like, rewatching it, you know? But as far as worst character development, and it's not that I didn't like the character, I feel that they didn't give enough, was Erica.
Yeah.
Because I feel like her character was really cool, but, like, they only gave us a taste, and it's like, what was the point then? Like, she should have been, like, I feel like she like, everybody say, like, because Vecna didn't want that smoke, but she should have been one of the kids taken, too. Like, that would have been really interesting, her being, like...
Not with them kids, though.
Taking control.
Not with them kids, because they were so much younger. They were younger than her I think Erica was already in high school at this point.
No, she was in middle school.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, they went to middle school to get her to play.
But she wasn't in season 1. So based on characters in season 1 to 5.
From 1 to 5, worst development.
Because I do agree, Erica, I don't think she didn't get enough airtime for me.
Yeah.
I think that she, like, even the end when the military catches them, it's like, okay, but then what?
Yeah. So then I would probably say Jonathan. I just, it was hard to be a fan of him.
Yeah,
it like really was so
do you think that's biased because you're a Steve guy?
No, I think it's just like he was just a whiner. I feel like
him and Will.
I'm glad he saved my boy, but like, because like when he was trying to thank him, when he was like, "Hey, I never got a chance to thank you for saving my fucking life."
Yeah,
he tells him like, "It's cool. Just because I hate you doesn't mean I want you dead." What, bro? What the fuck? I'm trying to thank you.
Bro, I'm trying
like
to
if his buddy from California was there, I forget his name, the one who's the pizza guy. If his buddy was there, he probably would have told him like, Jonathan, not cool, man. He's trying to thank you. Even here in the abyss, in the middle of hell, we can still be polite.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
So yeah, Jonathan.
I have to say that. Oh, sorry, guys. I have to say, for best character development, I think that they did a good job with Nancy.
Yeah.
I really counted her out after season 1. I'm going to be honest with you. The host, she was like so upset about the Barb thing. And it was just like, girl. I like kind of counted her out, but she really came into her own as well. And I would say, I will say that I love that her and Jonathan broke up and that she didn't get with Steve, because I don't think she's supposed to be with any of them. Yeah. I do hate that fuck ass haircut or wig they gave her at the end. Like,
with the
girl, and no, okay, whatever. But I do appreciate her ending though, because that's exactly how it should have ended for her. Mm-hmm. Now, for worst character development, I don't know if it's because like his personal life became so public, but Harper just like annoyed me more and more as seasons went on.
Because of the way he was to Elle, or just because of the way he...
Both.
Okay.
So every season, because I would be like, yo, what is his problem? Like, what is his problem? Every season, I would just cap off. But finding out why his marriage, why he's now divorced or in the middle of a divorce, and then seeing season 5, I'm like, oh, no wonder you're so good in this role. This is how you are in real life. Absolutely speculation. I don't know them. I don't have brunch with them on Sundays, but he like just annoyed me. He just never got better.
The way they wrote his backstory and the reason he was such a tragic kind of hero, I actually really liked. But I get what you're saying as far as like the way he portrayed it was kind of like, it was annoying at times. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of times where he was the stubbornness part. You could see that actually being true with the guy. I get that. But I gotta say though, his tragic background was actually really interesting. Being going to Vietnam, being exposed to Agent Orange because of the government, and then coming back and his kid getting cancer because he shouldn't even have had kids, because he knew every other person in his regiment also had kids and they came out in a bad way. Yeah. So like that, like knowing that is really like, oh my gosh, like that's, who wouldn't feel like a cursed person walking around like that, you know?
No, I get that.
Like that was a really interesting way they wrote that.
His backstory was definitely interesting, but like his character just annoyed. Like
I get that. Yeah, his character was annoying.
All right, this has been a really big one online. Everybody's pissed off about these these relationships. I don't. It feels weird calling them that because they're supposed to be kids, but the end game relationships.
Yeah.
So you had Elle and Mike versus Lucas and Max, and people were just like, what? And everybody's like, Lumax. They have names, by the way.
Yeah.
Who are you? Are you should Elle and Mike have been to get Endgame, or should Lucas and Max had been Endgame? Are you happy with how they did that?
Like who's couple goals?
Yes.
I guess the more realistic one is definitely Lucas and Max.
Yes, because what teenage boy wouldn't wait by the bedside of their girlfriend's
Well, it's not
coma
just
bed?
that. Also, think about the way each one started. Lucas went out of his way to try to meet and get to know Max,
Even though her brother was a heaping racist.
if you take all the cool things about the story out. He met her at school and went out of his way to meet her, and even kind of like did a brush with his friend to kind of win her based on it. So it's like a little more realistic.
He worked for it.
Now Mike captured this girl,
Don't say capture.
brought her to his basement,
Yo, but why are you gonna say it like that?
doesn't want anyone else to interact with her.
Can I tell you? Okay, so that is so funny. Can I tell you the scene where they're saying goodbye to each other and they're playing Purple Rain? I got teary eyed because I was just like, oh my god,
that was really nice.
Because they're sad. I'm sure because it's ending, but also like they're acting. But also I was like, oh my god, my boys are hurting. That's what I kept saying.
My boys.
When they realized she was gonna die, they were all crying. I was like, my boys are hurting. But I would say, when he's like saying bye to her, for those who are on audio, you can't see this, but he's like almost hunched over so much. He's like this way. He's like no, Al. And I'm like, why isn't he standing up straight? Like he's gotta
because he's so tall.
Yeah, he's like hunched over. He's like, no, don't leave. And I was just like, oh god, Mike, you're really fucking this moment up for me. But it was still a sweet moment.
That moment actually, a lot of people were talking about that because they were saying, yo, look at Steve. Steve is the only one that's like an adult, like from the babysitters. That's what we call them, all the grown-up teenagers.
All the grown-ups.
He was like the only one from the babysitters who's like getting like also like, what the fuck? Because that's one of his kids.
Oh, I know. What do you think about the idea that Elle is alive? There's a lot of
the theory that she's alive versus not. So we were talking about that. I was rewatching. I don't remember seeing those machines getting turned on. I'm not gonna go and try to watch it again because I get ads on Netflix. I hate that. But I'm gonna go ahead and say I think she's alive because this is what I said. You can't trust anything you see when that bitch Callie is around.
Oh my god, why she gotta be a bitch?
Because everything is casting. She casts the imagery. She's faking. To be honest, I don't think she got shot either. I think that she casted that so that they would leave her be.
No, they were touching the blood, bro. So
yeah, she can do all that stuff.
No, when it's a hologram, she can't. No, that's why she always got busted. That girl was dead. I don't think Elle's alive.
You think she died?
I think she died because remember our boy Mike was like, I told her I would take her somewhere far away with 3 waterfalls. Yeah, that was childish. She was looking upon a plane with 3 waterfalls. I like to believe that there were 3 waterfalls.
There were 3 waterfalls. Yeah. People say that looked like Iceland. You think it's easy to get to Iceland?
Okay, how would she have gotten those clothes?
Yeah.
How would she have been able to travel to fucking Iceland with no papers? Like, there's no way. A lot of people say it's a campaign.
It's a campaign?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a D&D campaign.
Yeah, that was the theory. It was one of the ones that kind of if it wasn't on the show, it's not really true then. Because it's not like they close the. It's not like it was like, and that's how it goes. You know, like it was an actual narrative.
How
story.
pissed would you have been if it was just a dream and it was just a coma dream? Yeah, it was just a coma dream from like Max.
From Max's coma.
Yeah,
and they're all like, wake
or
up,
Mike,
Max.
or Mike. I guess it makes more sense if it was Will.
Well, that's what some people were saying, that like after that, there's a lot of theories that we'll go over some of the theories that didn't pan out. But one of them was that Mike slipped into a coma after Will legitimately disappeared.
Yeah.
And that it was all his fever dream and while he was going psychotic.
Speaking of, what do we think about this Will and Mike thing?
Will and Mike.
Everybody wants them together so bad that they are gasping at straws at this theory that Mike is secretly in love with Will. And I'm like,
that's
Mike
why he
don't
cried.
want his bitch ass. He's way too whiny for her. What do you mean? Elle is straw. Like, maybe, so he needs someone like strong.
Yo, but my guy Mike's got options.
In person. Yeah, he's got options. Okay.
He got options. He's like, hey man, they both like me, so I guess I'm good.
I think the Will coming out story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're saying that the Will's coming out was 6 minutes long and killing the mind flare was like 5 minutes long.
But like, also we're in the middle of the world.
Yeah.
Coming to a potential collapse, and you just gotta get this out right now.
Yeah.
Like right now, you gotta get this out because you're like, if I'm honest with you guys, then he can't get me. That's not how that goes. Will, he still got you. We need you in there. We need you in there, wizard. Like we need so you. Okay. Like it was just like, what the fuck? Like it was just kind of like, and then you made a good point about how like Steve didn't say I'm with you, or what was everybody saying?
Yeah, everybody was like, yeah, I'm with you. Me too.
Yeah,
and
Steve
got up
did.
and hug him. And Steve was kind of just like this.
I still love you.
With hands on the hips.
Like, I don't know.
He was just like, yeah. He had like this look, the same look he had when Billy showed up to the house, where he's like, yeah. Don't cream your pants, man. You're good. Yeah, it's me. Don't cream. Like, okay, man. So you're gay. I get it. We all get it.
Okay.
Are we gonna kill this mind flare thing?
So people are like confused about why Joyce was the one to kill Vecna, and I was just like, "What you mean?"
Well, she finally got to use that axe that she was holding since season 1.
What you mean, though? My girl has been suffering since like the first 5 minutes of episode 1, season 1. Like, what do you mean? And someone made a good point about like she's the mother of that group, and I'm like, yeah, like it was really powerful to see it. I kind of like, yes, it was mother. She was like, you fucked with her own kid, and then she was like, it was really, and then to see how her doing that was also payback for everybody else's pain that was caused, and I was just like, my boys are hurting, my boys. That's the name of the episode. My boys, they're hurting.
I still think, though, speaking of Joyce, that it's cool that they got engaged or moving over to Long Island together. Yeah. But that's still Bob's woman.
So
poor Bob.
Can we talk about that proposal scene? Yeah. Because not that I don't think that they should be together, but Hopper, you only got flannel shirts in your.
Yo, she was
only have flannel shirts in your closet.
You were saying. I mean, the whole proposal scene. You're saying that like you can't.
You knew you were gonna propose.
You took her to this fancy ass restaurant that you've been talking about since season 4.
And this is the shirt that you have on? Like, what is happening right now?
Like, sir, this is Enzo's.
Like, what?
You need a jacket.
Okay, let's talk about that scene on the roof or the Babysitters Club's.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, like, fuck We finally made it, guys.
So
We're
you
entering
got
adulthood.
Jonathan,
Who's in film school.
Steve,
Who became a coach and is teaching sex ed.
Nancy,
Who became a reporter.
and Miss Robin.
Who is in college. She's in college.
Yes. And
So
they're going separate ways.
Yeah.
Separate ways.
So, like, you know what scene I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, where they're on the roof and they're like, we'll get together once a month. And they're like, I was just like, I was like, guys, you're never going to get together. You're never going to get together. Steve's going to have his 6 nuggets. And, you know, Jonathan's going to be a starving artist. And, like, Nancy's getting on a case. And I don't know.
Deadlines. She can't just leave.
And I'm not really sure what Robin's studying, but I'm sure she's gonna, you know, like,
yeah, like
you guys aren't gonna see each other, and I don't know how. I hope you guys keep in contact, but like, you're also just trauma bonded for life.
So you know when I think they're actually gonna see each other?
When?
Maybe like 20 years from that point forward, when Facebook gets invented, and one of them's like, I wonder what Robin's up to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when they're gonna see.
I mean, like, my hope is that they stay.
My hope is they stay friends. But what I mean by that is that, like, so there's this whole divide online about it. That if you're younger, you're seeing that scene like, oh, that's nice. But if you're older, you're looking at that scene like, you guys are never gonna see each other again.
There's like Gen Xers online talking about that. This show that was a what is it? Like a tribute to Gen Xers, and I'm like, dude, get a grip. That is like every generation. You are not special at all.
Yeah,
okay?
it was a sad, somber scene to watch, but it was like, I'm glad that they were friendly enough to each other to say that. But to be honest, I think they should have like actually said goodbye.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think that would have been nicer. It would have been, and it would have made a little more sense for them to actually say goodbye. Like, instead of making fake plans, you know,
something that I don't think enough people are talking about is the graduation scene where the guys are congratulating Dustin, and the girl he's been crushing on invites him to a party, and Mike makes him play D&D one last time.
Yeah.
Why, Mike? Why do you hate us? It is our senior year.
They've been waiting.
We just fucking saved the world. We like.
How long have they been waiting to go to parties?
Their whole lives.
Yeah.
Legit saved the world. Okay. Like, everybody's confidence is at a high 10, right? And this motherfucker Mike comes in and they're playing Dungeons and Dragons and eating lasagna. Now, I'm watching this scene. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're going to eat before the party because it's summertime. So maybe like, it's probably like they're probably eating at 8 o'clock because the lights went out.
Lasagna, then they're going home.
No, eat lasagna. Maybe then they're going to the party. But like, don't tell me Mike had on playing D&D until like one, like till all kind of hours, and they couldn't go to the party. Like, what the fuck you mean?
Mike's college life
Release
written
the
right
shackles,
there.
bro.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Mike's the only one who was left alone. Everybody moved on. Mike stayed in his room writing his stories about 11 that nobody else in the world believes about. And he's like, I'm telling you what happened. He's got like papers in his hand. I'm telling you what happened. She was alive.
What do you think about this thing? I thought it was really sweet where he was going up the stairs and then Holly and her friends came down the stairs. I thought that was a really sweet example of like him leaving his childhood and them like really getting into theirs. I thought that was really sweet because that's another thing I feel like we could all relate to.
Me too.
Yo, you have me dying right now. She's real.
I'm telling you.
She's real.
Dad's talking about that girl he found in high school. Mom, why did you marry him?
Oh my god. Okay, let's see. I think we covered.
Found in high school. you met, right?
Okay, let's. Okay, wait. What do you think about this complaint that they added way too many new characters at the very end?
Well, the group of kids, is that what the complaint is?
No, they're complaining about how like Robin's girlfriend's in the mix now, and like Erica's there now. They got this science teacher, and then Holly is the main story.
Well, I will say I liked that they brought the teacher back at the end.
Yeah,
that actually interested me, and I didn't even expect that.
Yeah.
So when they called him to first on that other episode to ask him to make the tracker. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You know, he's probably the only person there who would have stayed because he's got a science mind. Yeah. He's like, military's here. All right, I'd like to stay. They might let me see something.
Yeah.
But the fact that they made him part of the heist, I was like, that makes sense. Because I was like, yes, that makes total sense. They need somebody because. I was like, Bob would have been the person instead if he lived.
Let go of Bob, bro. You gotta let go of Bob.
I can't. No, I'm not. I need the Bob. Bob lives.
Bob lives.
No, I like that they brought him back into the mix, but I get the complaint with the extra characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we needed Robin's
girlfriend.
Yeah, side love story going on that really didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, because what happened, girl? We didn't see you on that rooftop.
Yeah,
were you like, oh no, this is crazy. I cannot talk to you anymore.
Like the addition of Derek as far as like one of the main kids.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, like he was like funny, interesting, but I'm still wondering why. Like, no offense to the kid, like why it was such like a breakthrough thing. I don't feel like there was such a breakthrough thing in his character or story.
Well, I think like. He was it mean kid, but like he actually wound up being, you know.
I feel like there's scenes that we didn't get to see about that.
Yeah. No, he was just a little cutie pie. Damn, you harsh. Anyway,
extra characters.
I mean,
I'll tell you who's an extra unneeded character. Dr. K. Like, so
that military stuff.
Yeah, like the villain, like that. Nothing happened. They never fought her. Actually, like.
Okay, I would say my girl Erica got robbed of a good ending. First of all, why you put her in a nighttime outfit in a daytime graduation? That don't make no sense.
Okay.
My girl got robbed of an ending. Who had the best ending? I would say I'm gonna say it's a tie. But I think Dustin had a really great ending. I love that him and Steve are still like close. That was cute. And I also love that Lucas and Max had a happy ending. Yeah, I think they have really great like endings. And yeah. And my girl got robbed. Like Erica got robbed of an ending for sure. But like I love what they did. I love what they did with Dustin and Steven. I love that. Even though Dustin was a little D-bag to Steve for most of the season, I was not happy with. But
as far as the best ending, Steve, I think Steve had the best ending.
Oh yeah, because he's a coach.
Yeah, he became a coach.
He's a mother.
You know, he realized like the best thing that he can do is help other people.
Yeah,
you know, because it's like it really gave him a focus and everything. I loved that for him. And I think the worst ending, like, it's cool they're getting married, but I think Hopper's ending was just kind of like, y'all kind of just wrote it.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't really like Hopper's ending too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve's ending was cool, though. Really nice. And Mike's ending, I am convinced he's the only one who stayed in Hawkins. He became like Stephen King or something.
Well, no, Stephen King.
I love how they aged him. By the way, the only thing they did was they gave him glasses and they made him part his hair the other way. That's old man's Mike.
Okay. Before we end it,
I want to go over this list here.
Okay, so let's go over this list really quick.
So this is a list of theories that didn't pan out that people online were talking about the most. I want to know what you think about these, right? So the first one is the one that I kind of really believed. Kali, number 8, was actually a spy for the Mind Flayer.
No, I don't believe that.
But of course you don't believe that. But like I'm saying, going into it, all of these is theories people had before the series ended.
Oh, okay.
And none of them ended up being true.
Well, this it was all a D&D game at the end.
So like was it though? because they showed a book and everything, but like some people are like, that's the book Mike wrote, you know.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but I do like how they did that on the credits, and they gave them like points and what each character is worth.
I don't know if you made this up.
What?
The wording so dumb. Everyone dies. Red wedding style.
Yeah. So people were saying that everyone was
red wedding style.
Do you remember the red wedding?
Yes.
Everybody dies.
Yeah.
So people were saying that that's what was gonna happen, but nobody died at the end, except all those soldiers.
11 dies killing the mind.
11 dying, killing the mind flayer.
That. Oh. Well, no.
That she was gonna sacrifice herself to kill it. Like
Well, technically, she did sacrifice herself.
Not killing the mind flayer.
Okay.
Wild.
I'm not semantics.
No, because the upside down was already destroyed. She just stayed, depending on what you believe.
I don't know.
Will is secretly a spy again. That
No.
didn't end up happening. Eddie returning as Cass the Betrayer. So his character in D&D was Cass the Betrayer, who is a demon or something that comes back to life to fight, to be Vecna's soldier. So everybody was saying that him being bitten by those bats, that he was going to be like brought back the way Billy was in everybody's head. Like to, I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought
that boy back.
I thought he was gonna come back too.
So bad. No, he did.
Somehow,
He's doing other movies now. He's doing other movies now.
The time loop. Everybody thought there was something was gonna happen with everybody go back in time to fix everything, and I kind of thought they were going that way too. Because when you talk wormholes, you're kind of talking time. I don't know, but this at the end, I think they could have given him more scenes too. I forgot to mention. Mr. Wheeler didn't get a very good ending, but a lot of people were talking about he was going to at least fight a Demogorgon at the end.
He did.
No, he didn't.
What did he fight?
He got slashed and thrown by the Demogorgon.
I thought he got a good hit in.
No.
Well, what do you do? All right, guys. We want to know your thoughts, your theories. Answer our questions. Who had the best ending? Who had a worse ending? We want to hear from you. And this is how you can tell us. You can hit us up on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Bubble Bath Stories.
You can find me at Got No Time for This on Instagram.
And you can find me at Nikki_La Mala. Actually, you can just find me at Nikki Trends on Instagram. You can also hit up our hotline. That is 347-878-1144.
1144.
And I am not looking good for the new year, I'm telling you. And if you want to pick up some official merchandise, you could go to our website. That is bubblebathstories.co. We are excited to hear your thoughts on this. And if you guys want to tune in next time, that would be super cool. Because we're just going to start from here, babies.
Alrighty.
Okay, bye.
Bye.